Good morning, Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with a quick recap of today's USDA production and WASDE data. Well, by historical standards, by USDA standards, pretty uneventful report here. Most of the changes were in line with expectations. Let me just dive right into some of these figures here. Corn production, that was raised 17 million bushels to 15,203 million. That was about 50 million above the average trade guess. The U.S. yield was raised to a record to 183.8. It really extended the record from 183.6 from last month. On the demand side of the equation, old crop stocks, we knew what those were going to be based on the September 30th data. New crop ending stocks, just under 2 billion bushels at 1.999 billion. That was down 58 million from last month, but there too was just slightly above expectations. The only change on the new crop usage figures was a 25 million bushel increase in the exports. In soybeans production there, that was actually cut 4 million bushels to 4.582 billion. The average yield dropped from 53.2 to 53.1. All in all, in line with expectations. New crop ending stocks held steady at 550 million bushels there too. That was in line with pre-report estimates. There were no changes to the harvested acres for either corn or soybeans in today's reports. Average farm price on corn, that was lower 10 cents on old crop to $4.55. New crop that held steady at $4.10 a bushel. On the soybean side, it was dropped 10 cents on new crop to $12.40. That was on old crop. New crop there too, that was unchanged at $10.80 per bushel. And in wheat ending stocks there, they were cut 16 million bushels to 812. That was slightly below expectations. We were looking for a bit of a bigger drop because of higher exports. They did not change the exports in today's report. The only change on the usage side was for feed and residual, up 10 million bushels. Globally, really no big changes as well. Wheat ending stocks were virtually unchanged at 257.7 million metric tons. Corn was dropped almost 2 million metric tons to 306.5, in line with expectations. And on the soybeans, virtually unchanged at 134.65. Right now, you're seeing a little bit of a pullback on price, I think largely due to expectations for better rains across some of the drier areas in Brazil by early part of next week. And also in wheat, I just think that the market was hoping to see some further production cuts in some of these foreign production areas. Russia was cut 1 million metric tons to 82. However, that was partially offset by actually increasing production in Ukraine by about half of that. We did see a 1 million metric ton drop in EU production as expected. Ukraine did lower, we did see a lower corn production number from Ukraine as well, 26.2 million metric tons, but no significant changes just yet on the South American production as they're very early in their planting season. So back to watching South American weather. U.S. harvest should be moving along very quickly here in the next week or two with virtually very limited amounts of rain in the forecast and warmer than normal conditions. So thank you for listening, everyone. I hope you have a great day and a great upcoming weekend.